Hey guys, I'm Shadylikeatree, and welcome into episode 12 of Reminiscing with Shady. This is MLB 2003, one of my favorite video game franchises of all time, the MLB, and then later the MLB The Show franchises. I've had every MLB since '99, with the exception of 2006, I do believe. So, first off, you guys are going to notice some very weird things. This game is very cut-oriented and driven, I should say. I'm playing as the Cincinnati Reds, playing against the Florida Marlins. They're now the Miami Marlins. And basically what you're seeing is just the out pitch or the result of each at-bat. So I'm showing you roughly all 50 at-bats. I'm not showing you a lot of the excess stuff because when I recorded this game originally, it took me an hour to win because it's not the most fluid of games. But you can see basically a lot of the nuances and a lot of the features of MLB 2003. You may also notice, you may be saying, wait, these aren't the MLB 2003 rosters that I'm familiar with. Pedro Martinez definitely doesn't play for the Cincinnati Reds, and that is correct. What I did is, this is from a franchise owner mode franchise season, and basically what I did is there's a glitch, a cheat. I'm not really sure what it is, but basically franchise mode, you start out with the worst players in the league. Each team has 11 players. They start out with the worst players in the league for each position. And with that, you have to build a team of however many, and then you have to, try to win the season and become a playoff team, like a regular season, basically, except for you get free agent points. So that's how this came about, and I know a way where when you do it, if you simulate each game, like you simulate, each game, and you get points per game that you win, you lose points if you get a loss, you get points for home runs, doubles, triples, hits, all of this shit. If you simulate just this game only, it's like the first option in the sim option, then it only simulates your game, so you get points and the other team gets points, but nobody spends any points except for unless you spend points, and you spend points on players. So like first thing I do is I always fill out my pitching staff, so I always get 4 starting pitchers, and then I have 5 starters to start the season with. And that way, I win more games because my pitchers will be better rested early on. So you see me fail a lot here. You also see some of the collision physics, as you saw a little while ago, as I ran into one player, ran into my pitcher at first base. There are a couple catcher collisions in this game, and those are pretty common and pretty fun. But this game is from the PlayStation 1 days. I have another PlayStation 1 game that's a little more difficult to play now as opposed to then, because I'm used to like MLB The Show 2012 and all its fancy controls and graphics and all of this, and oops, that's gone. Way back, gone, home run. And so it's kind of more difficult to play, and I don't know if you guys can hear the whistling right now, but it's really, really windy outside. But yeah, I've played every one of these. I absolutely love this franchise. I'm not going to be getting 13 right away for a bunch of reasons. One, I'm broke. 2, I'm going to New York. 3, I'm still playing MLB 11 a lot, and my character's not even in the majors yet. He's in his 2nd year in the minors, and I'm kind of blocked, but that's a long deal. But this here actually was the beginning of MLB The Show. Their kind of ideas for it, I guess. They started a like a rookie season mode. It may not have been this year. It might have been a year or 2 before. I'm not really familiar. Off the top of my head, I looked. But it was the start of MLB The Show, as I stupidly made the out at third there. But also, you can tell if you're going to be out or safe by if the time the ball is thrown. Yeah, if by the time the ball is thrown, you hear the slide sound. It's not right before the throw. It's hard to explain. But if you hear the sliding sound before the ball gets close to the base, then you're going to be safe. If the ball gets close to the base and you haven't heard it yet, then you're going to be out. Basically, the sliding sound determines whether at least to me, it determines whether you're going to be out or safe. So, this game's not the most polished of games. It definitely does have its flaws. But it's still a fun game, and like right there, I should have never been out. I mean, that was just bullshit. There's no way some guy can throw somebody out at second from that deep in the outfield on a throw like that. So I'm glad that, you know, they made a lot of the innovations that they made with this game, and they were able to improve it. And I mean, 10 years or 9 years or however many years it's been, well, it'll be 10 years this upcoming game. You know, I'm really happy and proud and appreciative of, you know, what they've been able to do with it, because this game's not, and like right here, ugh, I would have still gotten him out at first. But you know, one of the thing about MLB video games and baseball games in general is that, you know, before I was into Call of Duty, before I was into Twisted Metal, before I was into, you know, all of that pretty hardcore, I was into baseball and sports and athletics, and I've had a significant number of sports games when I, you know, growing up. I think I've got, I don't know, 10 or 15 in my box of Reminiscing with Shady games, as I call it, my Shady box of epicness, of epic proportionness. You know, I've got a bunch of different sports games. I got a couple more Madden games to do. I've got triple play baseball. I've got NHL 98, NBA in the Zone. I've got shit. I don't even know how many I've got, but and that's one of the things about these games is I totally failed there. It was a strikeout on Pujols. And I used to be relatively decent at this game. I don't think I am that good anymore. I struggle, and right here, this is an out. I would have scored a bunch more runs if not for getting thrown out at the plate and the catcher holding onto the ball. I think the rate is 50-50 on whether or not he drops it, and I think a player's weight has something to do with it, but I am not entirely sure how that works. Again, the game mechanics with these early games, they're super primitive, and they don't necessarily have, you know, all the chunks worked out of them, and that was a nifty little double play right there. So the game is fun. It's difficult to play. You have a lot of really weird kind of things that kind of happen, and you know, it's fun. It's just fun. These old games, and what a lot of the new games lack, is just this unadulterated fun, even when you're losing, and that was absolutely just beat to death, plastered over the fence. 481 feet is a pretty far home run. And, you know, Call of Duty frustrates me. You know, Crisis frustrates me. Killzone frustrates me. Twisted Metal frustrates me. All these new games, they're so damn complicated and complex that they gotta frustrate you. You know, you've got this little tidbit of goal you gotta reach. You gotta do this little thing, and you gotta do this other thing. And it's just so fucking hard. And not just hard, but just tedious, really, for some of these games. And I guess that's what sets me apart from a lot of other gamers, is that I'm not a, when I sit down to play a game, I sit down to relax, have fun, maybe play for an hour. The only time I don't do that is when I need gameplay and I record, like, you know, for a couple hours. But I have, like, I'm level like 66 on Xbox, and like level I think I'm like level 50 on PlayStation or something like that. I've played a total of like a day of Call of Duty on Modern Warfare 3. I played a day on COD 4. I've played 2 days on MW2, and I've played like a day and a half on Black Ops or something like that. But I'm just not a, you know, a game. I'm not a competitive gamer, that's for sure. I could never compete. You know, compete. I mean, whenever I play video games, I try hard, but I'm a try hard, constant try hard. But I don't, you know, compete on the level of, you know, I need to practice for 8 hours a day, or I'm going to not be the best player I can be, kind of compete. And that was absolutely crushed too, actually. Not really. That was only like 300 feet or so. And that's something that I'm just not into. I'm not into competitive gaming. You know, I'm into doing things for fun. And, you know, this was fun to me. This still is fun. Like, I mean, I was just doing this franchise mode. It took me about a half an hour to set it up, but it was fun. I love doing it for the shiggles, and I love doing it because, you know, these are the fun games. And right there, I realized that, you know, that was probably not a good idea to go to third base. But So and here's another play about to happen, and I was pissed that this happened because I should have been safe. That should have been a save. That's kind of pissing me off. But I want to know what you guys think on that too, because for me, I don't take things too seriously. Like, my favorite game right now is Minecraft because I just sit on the computer for a couple hours a day with it. Not every day, just sometimes, and I just sit there and I just take a break. Look at that little catch motion. They probably, when they designed that, thought, oh my god, that is so cool, and now that's like the best feature of your game, and that's not saying a whole hell of a lot. But back to my thought. I like to play Minecraft because even though creepers are super fucking annoying, and I want to kill whoever invented the creepers, and a lot of people tell me Notch came up with the idea, and if that's true, he needs to be slapped across the face a couple times with a rubber fish, because that was just a bad idea. But I just like to sit there and build shit and have fun and be relaxed and not have to worry about defeating this tough boss or doing this objective. And we've lost that, and I think that's why things like Minecraft and Terraria are so good, and they're so, I don't know, relaxing and fun and freeing and all that stuff, because we don't have that anymore. And I noticed that Minecraft is starting to put like objectives and XP, and it's starting to make it a little goal-oriented to, I guess, make it less boring for the people who don't think like me. But I would just like a straight-up game like Flower. Flower is, oh my god, Flower is fantastic. And I know that probably is a very unmanly thing to say, but whenever I'm just feeling angry, like just flat out want to kill somebody fucking angry, I play Flower, and I just chill the fuck out. Like, it's like smoking weed, okay? Let me just say that it's not like smoking weed in the fact that you don't get high and you don't get any of that. It's like smoking weed in the fact that, like, you're chiller, you're more mellow, you're just like, alright, I can handle my day, and I can handle my shit today. And I miss that in a video game that isn't about, like, going through fields and pollination and shit, why can't there be, great example, NBA Jam is just like this. NBA Jam is just pure unadulterated fun, even if you're losing. I mean, boom shakalaka and all that shit is just absolutely fan-fucking-tastic, and I love every minute of it. And I want more of that. I want more of that in these games. This is why I've done this series. This is why I found my old PlayStation and I've gone back and I've been playing these games. Is because I've missed this, and I've missed just being relaxing, and I was upset that those two guys, when they ran through each other, didn't have the collision, because that would have been a pretty epic collision. But yeah, and so I miss these games, and I want a game like Minecraft where I can just relax and have fun. So that's that. And so this is MLB 2003. I wanted to upload this today on Friday, the 24th of February, because spring training has already started. Baseball season's right around the corner, and all this is coming. And I can't explain to you how excited I am for baseball season and all the fun and shenanigans I'm going to get into with that. And pretty soon, here comes New York right around the corner. So I wanted to show you guys all 9 innings. Pedro went 8, and then I think I had Rivera. I think Rivera is about to close it out in the 9th. Or he might be pitching now. Yeah, this is Rivera right now, I do believe. Yep. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Reminiscing with Shady. Monday's episode, unless something happens, is going to be Triple Play 2000, another baseball game in honor of spring training starting this week and all that's going on. So, here's Todd Hollinsworth. He's the final out. And I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay, enjoyed the game, enjoyed listening to me ramble, rave, and do all that shenanigans and horse pucky and all of that dramatic stuff. So, again, this has been Reminiscing with Shady, episode 12, MLB 2003, one of my favorite baseball games of all time.